What if I told you that breaking 4 hours in a marathon isn't about being faster, but about being smarter? The strategy that got me from a struggling half marathoner to a 3 hour and 56 minutes marathon finisher on my first try in Tokyo had nothing to do with talent, but everything with how I trained, fueled and paced during every single run before the marathon. Hey, I'm Matt, and I ran my first marathon earlier this year in Tokyo, and I finished in 3 hours and 56 minutes. It was one of the best feelings ever, but I can tell you this, I didn't just show up and run the day. I trained hard, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot and found out what actually works. In this video I will share everything that I've learned, the exact strategies that helped me to break the 4-hour barrier. I'll cover pacing, fueling, workouts, gear, race planning and training without burning out. So if you've been training for a while but still wondering how to make it all come together on race day, well, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Before training for a sub-4 hour marathon, you need to know at which level you're currently at. And here's how you can check it. If you already ran a 5k in under 24 minutes, a 10k in under 50 minutes, or a half marathon in 1 hour and 53 minutes, well, then you're probably ready for a full marathon. And are you not there yet? Well, don't worry, just focus on shorter races first, because there you can build your speed and your endurance, and then later, when you come back to the marathon, you'll be much stronger. Okay, so here's a simple test you can do. Run a 10k, and if you can do it in 52 minutes, and you're also already doing long runs, well, then you're probably ready to start training for a sub-4 hour marathon. But if it's your first marathon, then it's important to say, don't rush yourself into a sub-4. Just make your first marathon about finishing it. Learn how your body reacts to running 42 kilometers, and then you can focus on a time goal next time you run a marathon. For me personally, I was already running for years and years and I did many long runs, so I was kinda used to running for longer distances. I think that played a big role in my achievement of running my first marathon, sub-4 hour. And it's important to say to not aim for 4 hours exactly, aim for 3 hours and 55 minutes, because that gives you a 5-minute buffer if you're slowing down during the race, and believe me, you will. So your pace for a 3 hour 55 marathon is 5:34, and it's really important to remember that number because you will use it during your training and in your race. Training for a sub-4 isn't about running fast all the time. It's about running consistently, week after week. Your training should last 16 to 20 weeks. But if you're new to running or you're coming back from an injury, please give yourself some more time. By the end of the plan, your peak weekly volume should reach between 50 and 80 kilometers. And if you already run 30 to 40 kilometers a week now, then you already have a really good base. It's important to increase your weekly distance slowly, with no more than 10% per week. If you jump too fast, you can get injured. When training for a marathon, you should run at least 4 days a week. If you can run 5 or 6 days, it's even better, as long as your body can handle it. Besides running, you should also add strength exercises for your legs, core and back to your training schedule. And this one is really important. Follow a real training plan. Don't guess your sessions and don't mix things up from different training plans. Use a training plan that is built for your fitness and goal pace. That structure is what helps you improve safely. Each training run should have a purpose, and there are 5 types of runs that you need. The first one is the easy runs, and these types of runs build your aerobic base. They should feel relaxed. You should be able to have a conversation while running. And most of your runs during the week should be easy runs. Second, the long run, and these are the most important types of run of the week. And you should slowly build it up to 26 to 32 kilometers on your longest days. And that's around 3 to 4 hours of running, so I would definitely recommend you to schedule these types of runs ahead. Most long runs should be at an easy pace, but every few weeks try to finish the last 5 to 10 kilometers at the race pace. And this will simulate race fatigue and it will prepare you for your sub-4 hour marathon. And third are interval sessions. these are short, fast efforts with rest in between. For example, 10 times 800 meters at a fast pace, or 6 times 1 kilometer at a fast pace, and then like 90 seconds of a slow walk in between. Or you could do hill sprints instead. Interval sessions are really important for marathon training. They improve your strength, your breathing, and your running form. And fourth are threshold runs, also called tempo runs. And these types of runs are a bit faster than your marathon pace. It's a pace that feels hard but still controlled. They will make sure that your marathon pace feels a lot easier. If you have a GPS watch like a Garmin, you can calculate your lactate threshold and use that numbers for these runs. And last, do 2 or 3 strides a week. These are short 100-meter sprints at a fast pace, which you can do after your easy runs. And if you run with these 5 types of runs, your fitness will grow in every way: endurance, speed, and running form. Now, let's talk about the race day, because this is where good pacing makes a difference. And the most common mistake, well, it's starting too fast. And here is what to do instead. Try to run even splits from start to finish. Every kilometer should be around the same pace. If your target is to finish in 3 hours and 55 minutes, then hold the pace of 5:34. That is your gold pace. But be careful at the beginning, because the first 2 to 3 kilometers are usually very crowded. So don't push to overtake people, but stay relaxed and save your energy. And most runners will slow down in the second half of the run. That's totally normal. Your 5-minute buffer will help you with that, but only if you don't waste your energy in the first half of the race. One thing that helped me in Tokyo was breaking down the race into smaller parts. Mentally, I focused on running from aid station to aid station. Not 42 kilometers, but 3 or 4 at a time. Also, think about the course. If it's hilly or windy, then adjust your pace a little bit. Don't fight the course, but flow with it. It's very important to train how you race. Run some long runs at a marathon pace and get used to how it feels. Then on race day, you just do what you practiced. Okay, this one is huge. A sub-4 hour marathon is not just about running, but it's about energy. Start practicing your fuel plan in your training. Use your long runs to test juice, energy gels, caffeine and sports drink. In my Tokyo training, I tried different energy gels, caffeine gums, and I even trained with Pocari Sweat, because that's the sports drink that was served during the race. Also, practice your breakfast routine. For me, this was oats with banana and honey, and black coffee. This worked for me on my training days, so I used the exact same breakfast on the race day. Nothing new there. And then 2 days before the race, start carb loading. Aim for 7 to 10 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight. Stick to simple foods: white rice, pasta or potatoes. On the race day, eat fast digesting carbs only. And while you usually want to go for whole grain products, on the race day you want to go for carbs that are low in fiber, because these are way easier for your body to digest. Okay, so during the race, drink small sips of water or sports drink often. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Walk through the aid stations if needed. It's better to waste 10 seconds here than to waste 10 minutes during the race because of dehydration or cramps. Okay, let's keep this one simple, because gear should help you and not hurt you. Use a GPS watch to track your pace and distance. And I used the Garmin Forerunner 265. It helped me a lot to hold the right pace during my trainings and during the race. And make sure to break in your shoes before race day. You don't want to run a race on brand new shoes. If possible, buy 2 identical pair of shoes. You can use 1 pair for your trainings and the other for the race day. But make sure that you run at least 30 kilometers in the pair of shoes that you will use for race day. And I can also suggest to use anti-shaving gels like Body Glides, especially on your long runs and of course on the race day. You can find the hot spots on your body during the long runs and then protect them during race day. And finally, now we're talking about gear, test your whole outfit during your trainings. Literally everything. Shirt, shorts, socks, shoes or your vest. Because if anything will annoy you at 10 kilometers, It will definitely drive you crazy at 42. Your training is one part, but the race you choose can make a big difference. It is best to pick a flat course with cool weather and a little bit of wind, because these conditions increase the chance of a faster time. And it's pretty easy to find the average weather conditions for each marathon online. Also, avoid races that are too crowded. If there are thousands of runners and no pace groups, you might get stuck behind the slow runners at the beginning. So to summarize, look for town or city marathons with good organization, clear pacing and aid stations every 5 kilometers or so. Those are ideal conditions for sub-4 runners. Running a sub-4 hour marathon is not just about being fast. It's about being smart, consistent and patient. You don't get there by chance. You get there by building fitness slowly, training with purpose, pacing with discipline and fueling smart. And there's not really a secret trick. It's the result of training hard for months and months, one run at a time. You don't need to be perfect. I wasn't. You just need to keep showing up. You will have setbacks and you will have days where you question why you're doing this. But when you cross the line and seeing a race time that starts with a 3, well, that makes it all worth it. If you're going for a sub-4 hour marathon, then please let me know in the comments what and when is your next race and what is currently your best time. If this video helped you, then please hit like and subscribe and share it with someone else chasing their sub-4 hour dream. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.